persecuted for this crime.
Montgomery County, we're following breaking news there in Montgomery County, where authorities say there's been a break in the 18-year search for a missing woman. Right now, we're live at Montgomery County Police Headquarters in Gaithersburg with more on what happened, or what may have happened, to Allison Thresher.
She was intelligent, she was eloquent, she was an excellent writer, she was passionate mostly about Hannah and I, and she gave us everything that we hold dear now that, you know, a mother could give. We have creative skills because of her, we have her good looks, we have, you know, all of the things that my mom gave us. Yeah.
And what have you lost because she's not here?
A mother, which anybody that has a mom, which every human does, should know the importance of a mother and what happens, what could happen, you know, when a mother is taken from a child at that age. I don't know, and I'm still kind of figuring it out, even in my late 20s, what the impact of my mother's disappearance and so now homicide is doing to me, you know. Yeah. Next question.
Sam, you guys trusted Mr. Astoriaga, didn't you?
We did. Mr. Astoriaga, that man was, by definition, a sociopath. He was almost a professional at infiltrating groups of people, schools, especially anywhere with a child, and gaining the trust of the people around him. He did this in a professional manner, superb manner, strange. I mean, just there's no way really to describe how well he infiltrated our family and was able to get so close to us with such malintentions.
And how did you learn of your sister?
I can't put it into words. I think I'm trying not to cry, and I think if I start doing that, I might cry. So, next question, please.
How long have you had suspicions about this man's alleged role in your mom's death?
Well, honestly, ever since, well, for me, growing up through it, I was completely, the wool was over my eyes. Once I got into my early 20s, and my sister came forward about Fernando's abuse, Mr. Astoriaga's abuse on my sister. It took me about a nanosecond to figure out that he was most likely responsible for my mother's. Then it was, as far as I was concerned, it was still a disappearance, and until we have a body, I kind of still feel that way.
How much has it hurt you that you don't have a body and you still?
Immensely. I'd say probably the most difficult part about this entire process is that there has not yet been a body found, and there has not yet been closure. Sometimes, you know, the grass may be greener on the other side, and I think I want that. People get these results and they end up devastated, or that's not the case for Hannah and I. This has been 20 years almost of a question mark, and there's been no funeral, there's been no real closure for Hannah and I. Finding a body would do that, and it would also, it would bring everything together correctly for this case.
Let me just ask you, and I don't know if you can address this. What do you think of a guy that would abuse your sister and then murder your mother? How about that?
Well,
What do you think of this guy?
what do I think of him? Well, I don't know if I could say that on camera without being censored, but like I said before, the only way that I've been able to wrap my head around this kind of decision making on his part is that he is a professional sociopath. He's groomed himself to groom little girls, and he did that probably previous to ever working with Hannah and I, or being around Hannah and I, or anything like that. I can guarantee you that he came out like that. It's how it seemed. How I feel about it, he needs to be held accountable for it. That needs to be made public. Needs to be made public about why why he wasn't held accountable previous and things like that. But next question.
At this trial, did you attempt to try and talk to him again?
Yeah, I was actually held, I think, my statement had to be slated because I screamed something absurd across the the courtroom at him. He was.
All right, so this is the very latest on a cold case of Allison Thresher. She was last seen in 2000. That was 18 years ago. Police has just announced a person of interest in this case. Right now we're listening to her son. When she disappeared, she left behind a daughter and a son, and this is him, and we're listening into that. And we saw a picture of that person of interest a few moments ago, Fernando Esterizaga. That police are now talking about. So, of course, we're going to continue to follow these updates here. Again, a big break in a cold case that's been going on for a pretty long time. We're going to be back.